In this video, we are going to discuss a problem related to Fourier transform. So, here you can see the problem. Find the Fourier transform of x of t is equivalent to u of 1 minus modulus of t. For this, we need to find the Fourier transform. So, how we can find the Fourier transform means first we need to go for Fourier transform equation. So, here Fourier transform of x of t, the general equation is x of omega. This is also called as x of omega. Fourier transform of x of t can be represented with x of omega. The equation to calculate Fourier transform is x of t into e power minus j omega t dt. This is the equation to calculate Fourier transform of given x of t. Now, before applying this given value into this equation, Fourier transform equation, I want to examine that given signal. X of t is equivalent to u of 1 minus modulus of t. What is meant by that modulus? Modulus refers to plus or minus. When that is plus means if that is greater, that means if t is greater than 0, then modulus of t is equivalent to plus t. If that is less than 0, then modulus of t will be equivalent to minus t. Then here I want to write like this: x of t is equivalent to u of 1 minus t when t greater than 0. Why? Because when t greater than 0, modulus of t is equivalent to t. And as modulus of t is equivalent to t, you will get 1 minus t. And same x of t is equivalent to u of 1 plus t. So, when t less than 0. Why? Because when t less than 0, modulus of t is equivalent to minus t, minus of minus will get you plus. So, this is about your given signal expanded definition. This signal I want to substitute in my Fourier transform equation to get Fourier transform of that u of 1 minus modulus of t. So, here I want to calculate x of omega, I want to substitute my x of t. So, x of t into e power minus j omega t dt, but here we are having two limits. One is t less than 0, t greater than 0. T greater than 0 means up to plus infinity is there. T less than 0 means how much, up to which that is less means up to minus infinity the condition will be satisfied. So, that is why I am splitting into two integration. One is to satisfy t less than 0, another one is to satisfy t greater than 0. So, here minus infinity to 0 x of t into e power minus j omega t dt, this is one thing, and another integral we need to calculate is from 0 to infinity. We covered from minus infinity to infinity, but why we split it into 2 means the signal is not same from minus infinity to infinity. This is something in negative region and it is changed to another value in positive region. That is why I split it into two integrals. So, here x of t into e power minus j omega t dt, same equation I split it the integrals, that is it. So, here I want to substitute my value minus infinity to infinity. This is t less than 0 condition, this is t less than 0, right. So, in this condition your signal x of t is equivalent to u of 1 plus t, u of 1 plus t e power minus j omega t dt plus integral 0 to infinity your x of t, this 0 to infinity means 0 and greater. So, that is t greater than 0 condition. So, in this condition your signal x of t is equivalent to u of 1 minus t. So, u of 1 minus t e power minus j omega t dt. Now, you can see when you are having unit step function in integration, before doing that integration you need to check for that unit step function effect on that integration. Just you know that unit step function value is equivalent to 1, then how you are having effect on that integration means unit step function will limits the limits of that integration, will affect the limits of that integration. Even though the value of your unit step function is 1, you are having that 1 in some particular region only according to the time limit specified here, you are having that one value at particular instant of time only. That means if you take in u of t, you are having 1 from 0 to infinity. From minus infinity to 0, your unit step function shows 0. That means if you consider minus infinity to infinity also, when you are having unit step function, you need to consider 0 to infinity only. Like that, when you saw unit step function in integration, you need to check for the revised limits of that integration. So, you can see how we can revise that limits means you need to equate 1 plus t is equivalent to 0, then you are going to get your lower limit. As if you equate 1 plus t is equivalent to 0, you are going to get t is equivalent to minus 1, that minus 1 you will consider like your lower limit. So, here minus 1 to 0, now no need to write this unit step function once again. Why? Because from minus 1 to 0, your u of 1 plus t value is equivalent to 1. In the remaining all cases, your u of 1 plus t is equivalent to 0. Your u of 1 plus t function is equivalent to 1 from minus 1 to infinity, but here we do not want up to infinity, up to 0. This limit we are limiting. This limit is limited by this function, understood? So, here in this integral, this need the effect of unit step function up to 0 only, but this is limiting the lower limit. So, here initially that is minus infinity, because of this u of 1 plus t, the lower limit is limited to minus 1. That means in minus 1 to 0, your 1 plus t function, u of 1 plus t function is equivalent to 1. If you want to take beyond that, that means minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus infinity, then your u of 1 plus t function is equivalent to 0. So, we are not going to consider that minus values, and here we are going to consider only minus 1 to 0. So, minus 1 to 0, u of 1 plus t is equivalent to 1, remaining we are having e power minus j omega t dt, e power minus j omega t dt plus. So, coming to this, here also we can see another unit step function u of 1 minus t. So, here if you want to limit any limit here, then you need to see here 1 minus t, you need to equate with 0. If you equate it with 0, it will become t is equivalent to 1. If t is equivalent to 1, then as your lower limit is 0, so this is going to limit your upper limit, definitely this will be your upper limit. So, we can write from 0 to 1, from 0 to 1, your u of 1 minus t signal, shifted unit step signal is equivalent to 1. So, and the remaining cases your unit step function is equivalent to 0. For example, if you consider at 2, 3, 4 t is equivalent to 5, t is equivalent to 6, in all other cases from up to infinity, your unit step function will show 0. So, now coming to your e power minus j omega t dt remaining thing. So, that I am going to write here e power minus j omega t dt. So, if you consider this integration, so I want to consider integration first, e power minus j omega t divided by minus j omega. So, I need to substitute these limits. So, here also I want to do my integration e power minus j omega t divided by minus j omega. So, I need to substitute my limits 0 to 1. So, here you can see I am substituting my upper limit. So, I am substituting my upper limit means I am substituting 0 in place of t, e power minus 0 or e power plus 0, e power 0 is 1, 1 by minus j omega minus lower limit. So, when I applied upper limit, I need to take minus of lower limit. So, here minus lower limit means, so e power minus 1 we need to substitute in place of t. So, if you substitute minus 1 in place of t, you will get e power j omega divided by minus j omega. So, this is what we are going to get plus we are having this integration result. So, here also I want to apply my upper limit, that is equivalent to 1, that means you will get e power j omega divided by minus j omega minus, when you are substituting lower limit you need to take minus. So, you need to apply your lower limit 0, that means e power 0 is 1. So, you are going to get like this. So, you can see here, so here you are having 1 by j omega and minus 1 by minus j omega. These two are going to cancel and the remaining thing you are having minus j omega is as common denominator. I am taking that common denominator out. So, here I want to take only 1 by j omega here. So, here I am having, so here minus you can take plus and here this minus reflects here. I want to take reflection of that denominator minus here. Now, I want to take common of j omega only. When I take common of only j omega, you are going to get e power j omega minus e power minus j omega. So, this is Fourier transform of your signal x of t is equivalent to u of 1 minus modulus of t. For example, if options are given in sine function, then how we will do? So, how we will relate with sine function when exponentials are there? Sine theta is equivalent to, always sine theta is equivalent to e power j theta minus e power minus j theta divided by 2j. This is sine theta formula. So, here we are having e power j theta form minus e power minus j theta divided by 2j, we require to write like sine theta. Here we are having j, this j we can move it to denominator of this exponentials. I am moving it to inside. So, to form sine theta formula again I require 2 here, as I am dividing 2 here, I want to multiply 2 here. So, the effect will not be there. So, here now I can write 2 by omega sine omega. This is your Fourier transform of u of 1 minus modulus of t in terms of sine function. For example, if they are asking in terms of sampling function, so SA of t is always is equivalent to sine t by t. That means, when you are having sine omega by omega form, then you can write SA of t. So, I am just moving this omega to inside, that means 2 sine omega by omega I am writing like this. 2 SA of omega will be your Fourier transform of u of 1 minus modulus of t. So, the Fourier transform they can give like anything in the options, they may give in exponentials. If they given in exponentials, this will be your answer in exponentials. So, if they given in sine, this will be your answer, or Fourier transform of u of 1 minus modulus of t in sine. Your answer of Fourier transform of u of 1 minus modulus of t should be like 2 SA of omega in terms of sampling function. So, like this, after the basic process is just you need to consider Fourier transform equation. After that, separating the limits, how we can get this idea. Whenever signal is having 2 parts, whenever signal is varying in 2 parts, then we need to separate in 2 regions. So, after that, about unit step function in integration, if unit step function we are having in integration, that will limits the limits of integration. So, that will changes the limits of integration. How it will changes, that we need to take, and after that we need to do just integration. After integrating, you will get your direct answer in exponentials, that you need to convert into sine. After that, you can convert into sampling function. In the same way, we can perform any Fourier transform of any function.